Are you a new player and do you want to get into the Abyss? Then the Imperial Navy Slicer is a very good ship to get started in the Abyss. Before we look at the fit, we should also talk a little bit about why T0 in Frigate is better than T1 in Cruiser. Both give around the same amount of loot, but you can clear the T0 faster than the Tier 1. And also, the Imperial Navy Slicer, including all the fitting, is cheaper than just the hull of a Tech 1 cruiser. Now let's look at the fitting. The high slots are two small focused pulse energy beam Meta 4 guns, medium slots are MWE and cap battery, and low slots is armor repair, multi-spectrum coating and 3 damage modules. And for the rigs we have 2 locus coordinators for more range and a capacitor control circuit. On the right side you see the stats, and keep in mind that the capacitor is recorded outside of the Abyss. Inside the Abyss it will be cap stable. Let's also look at the requirements that you should have before you go into the Abyss. First thing is, you should have at least 90 DPS, because otherwise you won't be able to kill the Skybreaker. If you do not have 90 DPS minimum, do not go into the Abyss. And the second one is that you should have a tank that can tank around 40 DPS, mainly because of the devoted hunter. Because otherwise it might get tricky in that room. And the Imperial Navy Slicer only really makes sense if you have a more frigate at level 4 or 5, because otherwise the Punisher will be better. Let's look at how you use this fit. Whenever you enter a new room, burn straight for the can, kill it and kill the rats that are there. You have to switch your crystals accordingly. Most of the time you can use multi-frequency, but sometimes you also have to switch to standard or even radio if the rats are further away. Each run takes around 3 to 4 minutes, and a T0 Frigate Abyssal drops on average around 2.1 million ISK in loot. This means that if you take into account the time it takes to go to station, drop off loot and then go back into the next site, you can do around 10 to 12 sites per hour, which means that you can make around 20 to 30 million ISK per hour, depending on how lucky you are with the drops. Another thing to mention in T0 is that the rooms are very straightforward and very easy. Like there are no really dangerous rooms except the devoted hunter, where you need a little bit of tank, and the Skybreaker where you need the 90 DPS minimum in order to kill it. But the rest is very straightforward. You just have to burn them down, loot the cash and go to the next room. This is also why T0 is perfect for beginners in the Abyss, because there's not much that can go wrong there if you have the DPS and the tank. And here we have the devoted hunter, and that's the room why you should have at least 40 DPS tank, so that you can tank this NPC. And that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this fit, or if you have any other good fits for beginners in the Abyss. Also, when buying stuff from Marquee Dragon or Eve Store, use the code Gustav, helps the channel, and feel free to join my Discord and follow me also on Twitch. Thanks and goodbye.